Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
You need that fear.
All I'm trying to do is make a stand for something that I truly believe is right. I truly believe is right. I want to be like you. Come on, man. I'm the face of boxing. I'm the cash cow. I hold the record for pay-per-view.
My drop, I know my drop, I know my situation. I don't want to fight. But it's gonna be very difficult for both of us.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the Boxing Voice is here to bring you an HBO 24/7 Ward Kovalev 2. We've watched this, and we're probably going to skim through it one more time live with you guys as we give you our reaction and thoughts on the production, the narrative, the two fighters, and the overall 24/7. I'm going to head on over to the Golden State to obviously bring on my other half here, the Hipster.
Dollar DiBiase production.
This is a beautiful performance against a very tough guy in Michael Johnson. How do you feel about it?
Fuck that. Conor McGregor.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
You know me, Larry. From a wicked entrance, from a flip over the rock into a knockout. Now, when the main thing is, I just help the guy. I wish.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yes, the Hipsters here. Haters beware. And Ward Kovalev, which is such a intriguing topic for me personally, because even hardcore fans of the sport sort of don't like this fight, or sort of not indifferent. I think indifferent is the best word to describe a lot of fans for this fight, that there is this level of indifference towards this fight, even though on its merits, on its credentials, on what this fight means, it's probably more important than Joshua Klitschko. It's probably more important than Canelo Triple G. But there's a lack of stardom there. So it leads to this weird sort of build, weird hype, and we get HBO 24/7, one episode of it, and I personally loved it. And we're going to obviously break it down, get into it, discuss it, dissect it. But I loved it. I thought it was an awesome piece of promo work by HBO, Rock Nation, and Main Events. Though I don't know how much it's going to reach. I don't know what exposure it has. I don't know if it's going to affect the bottom line of the pay-per-view, but if we're going to just look at this as its sole entity and judge it based on other promos and where it stacks up, it's a good promo. I was hyped.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. But what stuck out? What stuck out for you that made you enjoy it so much?
I'll be honest, I loved that the dynamic between Kovalev and Ward. Like, there is, like, if you're a fan of sports and you give that rivalry any sort of time, it's an awesome rivalry. It is. These guys have a dynamic between them that leads to excitement, that leads to tension. And I think tension is the best word to describe these two guys and the atmosphere surrounding this fight. There's this super level of tension, especially with Ward. Ward seems tense, and maybe even in a good way too. Kovalev seems tense. Everyone at the press conference seemed tense. Like there was this animosity that to me spilled over the most, was the animosity, the tension, and I think the overall great chemistry between these two rivals.
The opening scene where you find both men kind of coming into the locker room after the decision of the first fight has been announced. And I love what the director did here by giving us both camps and how they were receiving each fighter and what was going on. How, Ward was telling his children, like, hey, I told you I was going to bring back these belts for you. And, you got Kovalev on the other side, obviously feeling that he was robbed. Look, one of the quotes is fuck that. I can't even talk about this bullshit. All the judges are from the United States. So I really like that scene, how they gave us a little of both. And then they transition into something else. But what was your reaction to that, right? Because, Ward is telling his people, like, let me get a show of hands, man. Who was a little bit nervous when I went down? Who thought it was over? because he wanted to see who jumped off his ship, who no longer was on the bandwagon. Very good scene, man. I like how it was done, and definitely credit to the director on that one for pulling it off. You know, having the shots of both guys with their children, it kind of makes you root for each man. They're trying to even it out because it's a controversial win and loss. You know, there's already a fandom divided, but I think that this opening scene with the family, the wife, the children, I mean, you see Kovalev as he's getting dressed, his little son is, you know, high-fiving him, and he's talking in a lot of dialogue with his son. So I don't know. I think that was kind of meant to soften us up and play on our emotions, but it was good. I enjoyed it. What about you?
I thought that the director's overall goal of getting us to be emotionally invested in either one of these guys, if not both, was successful if you watch this video. Though I really want, take away from that situation very briefly. The one thing I forgot that I really want to talk about when this overarching theme of this show was Kovalev's sort of reasoning for the rematch. And him thinking that A, he won the fight, but also B, that he overtrained and he gassed out after the 5th or 6th round. So to me, and I just to display this, I picked Ward to win that fight. I thought he won the fight. So if you think I have a bias towards Ward, you can think that, whatever. But to me, that was sort of a disconnect as a viewer. That made me not really like Kovalev in that instance because it seemed hypocritical. It seemed not accurate. You can't say that you won the fight, that you thought you won it, and then say, well, I gassed out after the 5th round. I was just working off an instinct in the second half of the fight. So did you win the fight, or were you gassed out for half of it? And does that mean that Ward won the second? Like, certain parts like that to me was a disconnect as a viewer. Though I understand why they're using Kovalev and main events are using that storyline. I just think it's a really shitty storyline if you're also going to say I won that fight.
I see. What else is Kovalev supposed to say?
Say that I won the fight and don't talk about overtraining. You don't have to bring that up at all.
But I mean, if he legitimately was running 20 miles.
If he legitimately overtrained and gassed out the second half of the fight, then don't say that. There should be someone in main events that thinks this, or that there was somebody in the boardroom that went, hey, time out. This idea could backfire because we can't say we won the fight without a doubt and say we were gassed for half of it. Like, there are going to be smart fans that go, wait, that doesn't make sense. And I'm not saying that you can't have Kovalev win the fight, because if you scored it for Kovalev, go for it. It is one of those fights for me that I really don't care which way you scored it because it was that close. But if I'm Kovalev and I'm trying to portray a narrative, a public narrative, I think that was the wrong one to go down. Say I was headhunting. Say that. That's the easiest one. Say I knocked him down and I thought I could knock him out with one shot, and I kept looking for that for the rest of the fight, and I wasn't boxing. Now I'm gonna be boxing. Now I'm gonna be boxing smart. We have a game plan. I'm not gonna be worried about headhunting. That would have been a much better public narrative than I overtrained.
I hear you. I mean,
that's really my only critique of this show, or what was said.
I think getting hung up in it because, I mean, what if he just did overtrain? It's not like we haven't heard that before. It's not like that phrase isn't kind of synonymous with boxing. Leaving it in the gym, overtraining.
I think it's a bad narrative when you are saying that you won the fight. To say that, let's say that that you lost the fight without a doubt. That's a narrative you say.
No, I hear you. It shows doubt whether or not he won, because he said I won, I got robbed. And then he said the judges are American. Then he said, I got tired after the 5th. So there's a lot of things. I believe later in this episode, there's going to be more, more excuses. Obviously, we're going to have to bounce around now, but John David Jackson later says that he was not able to give instruction in the corner.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Oh, my God. And with the John David Jackson rumors and shit and the drama, that made me go like, oh, okay. There's some real
Well, they didn't give John David Jackson an opportunity to speak about it on the 24/7. Just
I
Ward.
assume that 24/7 was taped before those rumors.
Well, Ward obviously spoke about it towards the end. Towards the
But
end,
he never actually mentioned it. So to me, again,
no, it was totally subliminal, but the information was there. He was like, we got word. We know that there's turmoil in the camp and words and this and that. I mean, I don't know if verbatim.
I wonder if that was taped before these allegations, which turned out to be true, came out. Like, I'm really curious about that.
Obviously not. That's what I'm saying. He hinted at it then.
You don't. It can't not. It can be. It can be taped before. I don't know why you think it obviously is not taped before. I think it absolutely can be. Because if I'm John David Jackson, there's no way in hell, after what just went down with the drama and the allegations thrown out, that I go on HBO and complain about Kovalev not trusting me. Like, I'm sorry. Like, there's no way if I'm John David Jackson, I do that. It makes sense, though, if I'm on HBO and before all these rumors and allegations come out, I say that, try to cover my ass, and then all of a sudden what Ward said on the HBO show comes to fruition, comes out to the public light, and then we see this combination of what he has said, and it paints a very ugly picture for him. It does.
Well, let's see. I mean, we open up into another scene here with Kovalev kind of riding bike, and at first I'm like, oh, are the knees gone and everything? But then you later see him running, and obviously they talk about him doing 20 miles, and they hint at the fact that he was trying to do too much the last time out. And by too much, I mean more of everything, trying to do more miles, more rounds, more of everything, thinking that would be the key. He's still, in fact, working out 3 times a day, Matt. So I don't know if that wants to motivate you to get your first win here. 3 times a day, he's still working out. And allegedly, according to this HBO 24/7, that's him dialing it down a bit. So what do you think about that? Because, I mean, history repeats itself. He said he overtrained the first time, and here he is again, still training 3 times a day. But he did bring in some Russian scientists, right? to make sure that he's not overtraining. And before every training session, they check and rate his they check and monitor his heart rate. There you go. Say that 3 times fast. They check and rate my heart rate. See, I can't even say it 1 time fast. So yeah, interesting. But what do you think it means? Could he possibly overtrain himself again? 3 a day. I mean, I never even heard of 3 a day.
I have. It's rare depending on what condition you're on. And it depends what he was in the off season. It depends what shape he was in. If he maybe needed to go to 3 days, I don't know. But if this comes out and he loses and he blames on overtraining again, I think we just need to just scoff at it and just pretend that it doesn't matter, because it doesn't. Like, you can't say you overtrained again.
I believe there was something in this 24/7 that Ward said, I believe, that goes to credits to what you're saying about him not being able to lose again.
Yeah, he can't.
Because even if this second loss is controversial again,
it doesn't matter.
But I don't believe that. I think if it's another controversial win, I don't think that it doesn't matter, and I'm not sure that the public allows Ward to move on.
Now that's a good point. The idea of the public allowing Ward to move on. The public hates Ward. Like, that's just, to me, the most obvious thing. The Andre Ward haters outnumber every other fanboy group, in my opinion. Triple G fanboys are outnumbered by Andre Ward haters. Anthony Joshua fanboys are outnumbered by Andre Ward haters. Like, for some reason, he has the most hate. So I can see that if he wins controversially again, that the public demands and just gets on his ass tremendously to take the fight. But then again, Andre Ward to me is the type of guy to ignore the public. He's sort of like a Mayweather, in my opinion, in the terms of that he really doesn't give a F about what the public thinks. Like, he's going to do him, and he's going to make sure that his brand is A1, and then he's good. And he doesn't care. He just wants to make that check and create a legacy. And I think that he really doesn't care about what the haters think or the public thinks. He has never shown himself as caring for that, to me at least.
Well, on the check-in, really quick, we got a message from Dr. Mofongo.
The legend.
The legend. Pleasure meeting you at the TBV Appreciation Night. And I quote, he says, watch the 24/7 episode a few minutes ago. Good episode. I think Kovalev's coming hot, and his emotions may play right into Ward's hand. Either that, or he's going to knock him out. Also worth noting, Ward's face at the 13:05 mark when they announced the scorecards. His face said, "Oh shit, they gave it to me." Well, I'll be damned. Matt, first of all, thank you, Dr. Mofongo, for tuning in and participating. And you can do the same. Continue to send your messages via Patreon. We will read them out on the show. Everyone talks about that facial expression, that point of emotion. I mean, someone record me when one of the big networks come knocking. I mean, you're gonna be happy. You just accomplished something, and it was a tight fight. He knows he went down. I don't think that he should be damned because
no, it was a tight fight.
Excuse me?
I think both guys know it was a tight fight.
Absolutely. That's why one guy is saying like, yo, I was tired. I ran 20 miles. You know, it's because of that. You have to give excuses because it was tight of a fight. It could have went either way. And I think that in a situation like that, you're going to be elated with that announcement. But
it's not the problem with him being elated, is the change, right? It's him looking almost angry or depressed or whatever word you want to use, and then all of a sudden
he was angry or
I'm just saying what those people say when they start talking about that situation.
First of all, that entire scene gets played in such a weird way because the man immediately goes around the entire ring, which they show on the 24/7, guys, with his hand raised, the right hand raised. Then, because they're waiting for the scorecards, they put the towel on him or whatever type of robe, and then his hands are down. So for anyone to say that he was all of a sudden thinking he was a winner after they announced it, no, he obviously thought he won the fight immediately after, when he went to each corner, never letting go of his right hand and fists, right? He pumped it in the air. I don't know if it was subliminal, some things there, but whatever.
And also very quickly, like, if you've ever seen Andre Ward just stand there, like, he has that look on his face, like that blank look, that blank stare. And plus, like, if you've just been in a 12-round fight, the hardest fight of your career, you know, you may almost be in like an out of body like situation or you know, situation where you are not really there. Like, you're just walking around, you're in the zone still. All that adrenaline is still there. So I really don't think it's anything to blow up. It's anything to think that, oh, you know, he really thought he lost the fight. No, both guys thought it was close. Both guys probably thought it could go either way, just like every logical person in the world. You know, only the fanboys or the haters say that one guy absolutely won, and he got and he got robbed. Everyone that's logical knows that it was a tough fight that can go either way, and I think Ward and Kovalev know that. And I think obviously what they're saying at the press conference and the show, it is to hype up the fight. Kovalev saying, "I won, I got robbed. He's a fake champ." That's obviously to hype up the fight.
He called him a paper champ,
and all that shit. You know, like, it's hype up the fight. Yes, there's real animosity, but like, it is to hype up the fight. Like, both guys are realistic, I would say, and know what it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, let's bring up another message from our listeners. Eric Cruz, shout out to Eric Cruz, is going to be with us in Florida at the Border Wars. Comes in and I quote, maybe he said he was gassed out and that's why he couldn't finish Ward. Yeah, I mean, that's actually one of the points that Ward brings up. He's like, you know, this guy had me down and couldn't finish me. He has to deal with the fact that he, you know, no one's afraid of him is Ward's narrative. It's like, you know, there's no boogeyman anymore. And you know, could Ward fall in the same trap that Kovalev fell in the previous fight, where now Ward, because he has something to prove, he wants to make sure this fight isn't as tight as the first one, that maybe he overtrains?
No, I don't think Ward will ever think that. Ward has never shown to me to be the type of guy to fight emotionally. He fights reserved, methodically, sticks behind his jab, sticks behind his fundamentals, and works to negate his opponent's offense. That would never change, in my opinion. He will always approach the fight the same way. Again, I also think that when you have one up on a guy, you're going to worry about just getting the win because you don't want to get a trilogy. That's all that you care about. You don't have to go and make a statement. You already won. All you have to do is win. You win, and then this guy's forever gone. He's in your tail light. You know, like that's and you're out of here because once you get 2 up on a guy, you don't need a trilogy. Let's be honest. The only way Kovalev could get a trilogy and still lose to Ward twice, and the second fight be convincing as well, is if he goes in and fights Adonis Stevenson and Joe Smith Jr. and Elie Alvarez and goes stacks up a streak and then calls out Ward again.
On the check-in, we got Eric Cruz with another one. He says, his look wasn't like Danny's after the Keith fight. I'll say that much. Still on topic. I can't even remember Danny's look after the fight, to be honest with you. What else we got on the check-in? We got Dr. Mofongo back. Oh, thanks for the shout-out. To clarify, the facial expression struck me because Ward had the face of a man who was waiting for the opposite to be read on the cards. When he realized he won, his face changed instantly from doom and gloom to surprise elation. I get it. Well, we got one more with oh no, that's Jose coming at the hipster on a totally different topic there.
What is it?
Yo, save that for later, my friend. Let's see here. We're gonna go back into the review, I guess, and get into some other scenes here. Any other scenes that stuck out for you? You know what you know kind of pissed me off? That Virgil said, I challenged people to sit down with me and score the fight and see and show me Sergey Kovalev winning. That's a horrible impression. I'm sorry, Virg. He's a lot calmer. Sticks and stones, Matt. Sticks and stones. But yeah,
I'm not laughing at you.
Oh, you're laughing at Virg.
Yeah, hell yeah. Like Virg was crazy for saying that. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cause I'm like, he's like, and still no one's come forward. I'm like, yo, but where's this sign up at, you know, to sit down with the old Virgil Hunter and you know, see, could you score it the opposite way? Because with the knockdown, I mean, I'm pretty and you know, the 10th round, everybody seems to have the 10th for Kovalev, but we're not gonna get into that. Nah.
That's a rabbit hole.
No, I'm just saying that was one of the things that stuck out for me, kind of had me upset. Anything stuck out for you? Got you kind of off edge?
Not that I can remember. Other than I liked Ward's demeanor throughout. I thought coming off a controversial win, he was saying all the right things and saying them with the right demeanor, right attitude. So I'm hyped. I'm ready for this fight. I'm also ready for some resolution because, like everyone, that fight was controversial. That fight was close. Like I've watched that fight 10 times, and half the time I think Ward won, and half the time I think Kovalev won. So it's one of those fights I want resolution. I want some finality to this, and hopefully the second fight brings that.
Well, I think Jose was on topic. I just don't know exactly what, but he definitely took a shot towards it. He says, I agree with the hipster. I hope he still sounds this smart after July 15th.
Definitely a shot.
Jose, never been a lame-o. Never been a lame-o.
I think he's in the queue.
No, he's definitely in the queue. We'll get to him. We will get to him, man. What else could we bring up about this 24/7, man? Actually, the Ward home scene, he made me laugh. I wonder if they made him do that, or that was something that came out of him himself when the wife was cooking, and he was like, "Oh man, she's only cooking because y'all here," basically saying the camera is on, and she was like, "What? Excuse me?" He was like, nah, I'm just messing with you. He was like, yo, I almost got myself. It made me chuckle. You know what I'm saying? Usually this dude's so fucking bland, you know?
It's like that moment when he was being interviewed by, I think it was Jim Lampley, for some media quotes, and he started crying. He started tearing up about talking about his family and what happened to him as a kid and everything like that. Like that, those moments of vulnerability, humanity, empathy, emotion. I think he's always done well in. He just doesn't do it enough. That's one of the reasons he isn't a star, unfortunately.
Dana, shout out to Denzel Shelby. We're going to be doing live shout outs on the Thursday show so that the free viewing public can hear every individual that has recently pledged up to Patreon and basically shared the dream, right? So Denzel, you'll get a double shout out today and on Thursday. Info Joe. Info Joe's just talking about something totally off topic, Matt. We won't even touch that because you don't want to hear more people telling me about young Ali. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to hear that. Why bore you?
Oh God.
Why bore you with your coach hitting me up like, yo, Ness. So amazing.
It's all pity. That's all it is.
Yo, tomorrow's sparring day, ladies and gentlemen. Wednesday, Monday, and Fridays are kill day. That's right. Yo, what else stuck out? Oh, you know what was weird?
What?
I wonder what the director was going with that. Having Ward's teenage son show his, I don't know, elementary football game, because he said the fucking tape was from 1999. They couldn't find anything more relevant than that for that particular scene, and I don't know where it took me. And I know I could be overanalyzing it going into this as a movie or something, but I mean it's HBO. They win awards because of what they do. So what the fuck was the director doing? Like, why are we watching a fucking elementary game from almost a decade ago, if not more than a decade, right?
Because you're always trying to make these people seem human and seem like everyday people.
Yeah, but even Ward, it seemed like, but didn't it seem like even Ward took a shot at his son? He's like, man, yo, ain't this from like 1999? What you doing looking at that? I mean, you didn't catch that? I mean, that's what I thought I heard. I could be wrong, I guess,
I think Pittsburgh Brew just said it's not from 99. It was a 99-yard touchdown. But just, I don't know. I figured
what? Brew. I mean, Brew, yo, to be honest, Brew would fucking know. He's like Andre Ward out. Anytime
he's the Andre Ward #1 fan. He's in charge of the Andre Ward fan group.
Hey, Brew, I'm not on board with that. That's him that said that. I'm just saying, he's
Andre. Came to the Andre Ward fight, and every single item of his clothing was Andre Ward gear. I'm pretty sure he had Andre Ward shoes. I didn't know they made those.
Andre Ward gear is Jordan gear. It's high quality. It's something you can trust in. It's a Nike Jordan brand, something we know for years. So I get you, bro. It's this guy right here. He's a hipster. You see what I'm saying? Now he's picking on your clothes now. Jeez, lovely.
Bad clothes. I'm just saying that's just on.
He is right though, Bruce. You are definitely on the Oakland over there. You on some Oakland. What else? What else stuck out to me? That was a funny scene. You know what was cool too? Kovalev getting beat up by his son and keep letting his son think he was dropped. That was pretty cool. It kind of made me like, all right, this guy ain't so bad, even though I know everything. Because, like, I swear to you, people are going to think I'm bad. I'm actually glad this is on Patreon because the first time they introduced his son, that first time that he, like, hugged him, I think, I immediately thought, oh, shit, is that the kid he put the picture on? But then I noticed, no, this kid's only 2. The other kid definitely looked bigger because they both had the blonde hair, and obviously they were both white, and he was,
Does he have 2 kids?
Oh, he does?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that picture.
Well, I don't know. All I'm saying is that the little kid, when he picked him up the way that a father normally would, it was instantly the image of that picture is what I received immediately. Like, oh, shit, is that kid? And then I was like, oh, no, it can't be. This one's only 2. But, yeah. So that definitely jumped up in there. But they still warmed me up. You know what I mean? Having the kid with the gloves on and Kovalev fucking getting hooked. Whoa, why are you making all those faces?
Okay, I'll be.
Remember, this is a podcast. I mean, it is visual for some.
That's
Others
true.
are listening. Why are you making all these faces
we don't,
oh, God.
We don't have a head shake soundbite. I don't know what that would even sound like, okay?
We got emojis, though. Shaking my head. But why are you shaking your head, SMA?
I'll be honest. I don't care about if these people are nice people. Like, I really don't care. Like, we allowed Mayweather to exist in this sport, and he did what he did. We allowed Mike Tyson to exist in this sport, and he was a convicted rapist. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, if Kovalev's a racist, which he might be, he might not be, I don't care. I think we just, not that we should ignore it, but we've accepted so much worse from boxers. So why would we draw the line with Kovalev being a racist? I just think it's just funny to me. That's all. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's the same thing as, like, why do we care so much about Ward being arrogant? We loved it with Mayweather.
Yeah, but Mayweather was the typical arrogant. Mayweather was the like, I'm the greatest, I'm the best, you can't do nothing. This one's like, well, if the public has me number one, then I'm number one. If I'm not number one, then I might not be number one. It's up to you guys, you know. Ultimately, I don't have a say. Someone's always going to write something. Someone's always going to hate. Someone's always going to love. I mean, you know, he's always got he's like a philosopher, this dude. He's always got a loophole circling you back around and making you all drunk and dizzy with his words, but he doesn't stick to anything. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool too. But he's not the same arrogant. He's more the like, you gotta get mad at him for his arrogance. It's more like, oh shit, there goes Andre. Hey, Andre, can I get 2 minutes? It's like, yeah, I'll be right back. Hold on. You know,
and very quickly, I know some people are like upset that I use the word arrogant. I don't mean that with like a negative connotation. Like, if you want to be the best athlete in the world, you need to be arrogant. Look at Michael Jordan. Look at Kobe Bryant. Like, look at Tiger Woods. Like, come on.
Different arrogance, though. All different.
It's all different arrogance, but it's still arrogance. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. You need arrogance. You need that cockiness. You need to think you're the baddest guy doing your thing. You need to, and you need to convey it.
But he doesn't embrace it though. Like, he's not saying like, oh, like if I was him, I would be like, yeah, of course they're gonna cry robbery because he was the monster and I came in and beat him. Like, no, he's not saying that. He's like, he's taking a high road, bro. Like, you can't be arrogant and take the fucking high road, bro. You gotta rub it in their face. Like, you know, you were supposed to be a killer. You ain't crushed nothing. Talk like that, not the way that he's talking. Like, oh, look, now they're looking for excuses, and oh, I'm in his mind, and oh, you're not gonna get me with the Jedi mind. Like, that's
the worst Andre Ward impersonation of all time.
No, it don't matter because that arrogance is the worst Floyd Mayweather impression of all time.
I'm not saying it's again.
I know it's not. I know it's not. But
one thing, arrogance is infinite amount of things because it portrays itself in different ways in every different person. Everyone has arrogance. Let's just be honest. Everyone has a level of arrogance, and we all display that arrogance in a different way. You display your arrogance in a certain way, Ness. I display my arrogance in a certain way. So does Ward. So does Mayweather. So I'm not.
Yeah, but I'm better at it than him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm calling myself Young Ali. He's like, well, if they have me pound for pound or they don't, it's okay. You know, like, nobody.
Let's be honest.
About
Ward
that.
Shouldn't be calling himself Young Ali. That would be. It
don't matter. No one cares about the nice guy, man. They finished last.
He doesn't care if he's cared about. That's what you don't seem to understand. He's one of the few people in the sport that does not care about being a star.
Yo, speaking of care, man,
that's all he cares about.
Speaking of care, I want everybody to know I had a heart. I was watching this and I kind of felt bad. I'm like, damn, why is this not a big fight? It's like a classic big fight. You know, they open it up. You hear Jim Lampley like, oh, in 10 years, we haven't seen 2 pound-for-pound fighters on the same list fight each other. And you're like, oh, shit, that's pretty cool. And then it's like, oh, American medalist. Oh, a Russian dude. Oh, America versus Russia. Like, this is perfect. Then you got the controversies like, oh, the Russian think he won and the American judges robbed him and all. But it's still not selling. Ticket prices have been slashed. No one's buying this.
These guys are not stars. Adrian Broner, Mike Garcia is a bigger fight than this, even though this fight means so much more to the sport of boxing.
I get it. And that's when I started to feel bad because I'm thinking to myself, like, what happens next? Like, This is why HBO's getting out of the business of boxing, because they're buying up these guys. You know, we used to hear 2 or 3 years ago that it was Al Heyman doing the damage, but think about it. Andre Ward and Kovalev are getting like 6-7 million, and no one cares, bro. No one cares. This is the second fight that no one cares again. Look at where boxing is going. That now Canelo Alvarez and Triple G landed in Vegas, and people are starting not to care again. Been in Dallas. I wish we could fucking jump in the DeLorean. First, we'd have to high five Michael J. Fox. He's definitely gonna have to let me use that hover skateboard. But then, you know, go back and see what would happen if it was opposite, you know?
Very quickly, just this is a thought experiment right here. We have the 2 biggest stars in the sport right now, AJ and Canelo, right? They can sell anything, right?
They can sell water to a well.
Exactly, right? And beyond them, there's really no one that comes close, right? I would say in terms of stardom, what they can sell. Am I right?
Jay-Z, he's always been able to sell.
No, come on, man. Come on. Just go with me here, please, for the sake of this conversation.
Baby, this is entertainment.
Yeah. In the Mayweather era, you had Mayweather and Pacquiao. Who else was there that could sell, let's say, consistently over 200,000 pay-per-view buys? That they are the marquee name. They're not the B-side. They're the marquee name.
Who else can sell 200?
Yeah, consistent.
Say the whole question again. Say the whole question. Let me pay attention, because I was reading Fern Gully's comment, because he liked it, my Marty McFly high five. So shout out to Fern Gully in the check-in chat. And now I'm going to put my thinking cap on and pay attention to you. Go.
Okay, so we have Canelo, Joshua, right? They can sell million-plus pay-per-view buys. And then you have Triple G,
Salt to a snap,
Kovalev, all those guys that do 150 to 200, right?
Okay.
Then you have Mayweather, Pacquiao. They can do $1 million plus, right? Who else beyond them could sell over or sell that amount, that 150 to 200,000 pay-per-view buys? And they are the marquee name. They're not the B side. They're the marquee name. I know Cotto is being mentioned, but Cotto as the A side. What pay-per-views was he in? The Margarito fights?
Yeah, no. There's probably no data as Cotto as the A side outside of the Sergio Martinez fight.
What about the Margarito fights? Were those on pay-per-view? I forget.
I think one was the rematch. No, possibly
the rematch was as well. I mean,
maybe.
So you have one guy.
Okay, but even outside of Cotto, Marquez did it. He got like 275 with Bradley, 225 with with the other kid. The kid from Texas was his name. He retired young. Now he's back with Top Rank. Help me. Juan Diaz, the baby bull. Help myself, baby.
I wasn't a Juan Diaz fan.
Thinking cap is on. Who else could do 200? 200.
Mosley at the time.
I say Triple G could do 200. I guess next fight, but I guess there's no data to say that he could, right? So I guess he can't. Broner will fucking do 200, but there's no data. But I think there's no data, but I think Broner could do 200. If
Broner Mikey was pay-per-view, it would do Triple G Jacobs numbers.
I think it would do more. People care about Broner, man. They care about Broner.
But like what I'm getting to is
what he did. Talking about Broner, he put that fucking Mickey Mouse on his on his Instagram, and he was like, "Your name ain't Mikey no more. It's Mickey."
but what I'm getting to is that once you get past like the 1 and 2
shout out to Cesar Hernandez. Oh my God, we should do this every time we get a patron and go crazy. Remember Pee-wee's Playhouse? Remember Pee-wee's Playhouse? I know people gonna be like, "Yo, you was watching Pee-wee?" Yeah, I was a kid once. Every time he said the word and shit, it was like So that's what we're gonna do every time we get a patron, because that one was from Cesar Hernandez. I cut you off, man. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. But what I'm getting to is like once you get past those 2 top stars, usually in an era, there's a huge divide to the next level of stars. There's a massive divide. And we just have that nowadays, where you have Canelo, Joshua, who can do $1 million plus pay-per-view buys in their respective markets, who can do millions and millions of dollars at the gate, blah, 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 right? And then below that, it's this huge drop-off, and then you get Triple G, Kovalev, Ward, a Broner, and even Broner, like you said, and I'll probably even agree with you, that he does more pay-per-views than Triple G Jacobs if you're using the Broner-Mikey fight. But even that is a huge drop-off from Joshua and Canelo. And I think there is something there about that is just that dynamic of the sport that will always be the thing, that casual fans can only care about a certain amount of people in combat sports. and 2 is usually too much. So I mean, it's 1 or 2, and then that's it. So you really get no more of that crossover for the casuals once you get past those 2 stars. Because for some reason, throughout history, they've only cared about 2, maybe 3 people.
I hear you, man. You're probably right. I'm looking at all my credentials on the wall, and I'm like, which one of you fuckers could do 200?
It's hard, right? It's
And I want to say Danny, but then he's never been consistent enough for people to buy it. I want to say Thurman, but again, no data. Broner, no data. You know, it's just like, damn.
I kind of wish Broner made Donova's pay-per-view just so we have the data on that.
Yeah.
Even though, like, it wasn't a pay-per-view fight.
Wilder, and I'm like, he's not going to do it because, you know, he needs that fight. Then he could get on pay, but he needs that one. He's got to fight. I'm telling you, I want him to fight Dillian White, man. He's got to fucking rip apart Dillian White. Put, you know, unfortunate to Dillian White and his family, but he needs to put him out. You know?
I think if I'm Deontay Wilder, that's the fight I take because that would equal the most money in Sky pay-per-view.
Coming right for one of his common opponents of Josh.
White's a good heavyweight. Like, I know he's not the greatest. I know he's flawed.
He ain't good. And when Wilder let me tell you something. When Wilder, I mean, excuse me. He is good. That I said that all wrong. What I mean is, they're gonna see the levels when he and Wilder get in there together because that shit ain't gonna last as long as it did. Yes, sir.
What about Spence Thurman? Does that do over 200,000 pay-per-view buys?
Hell yeah! Come on. If Golovkin Lemieux did 170 and Jacobs fucking Golovkin did like 170, 190, whatever y'all want to give it. I mean, of course, those 2 guys got. I don't know. I guess there's no data for that either, and neither one of those guys are as big as Golovkin either. I mean, it's very, very difficult. They're gonna have to dip their toes in the water. Listen, let's wrap this up and go out to the callers. No sponsors because this is brought to you by you. So what we'll do is get out to our ringers. We're gonna go to one of the participants in Border Wars. Remember, you're going to be having a Border Wars show on Friday, and don't forget that Thursday.
Join us every Thursday and Sunday live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
We're going to be on our normal time and date, as always, talking various topics, going back to the roots.
Popping all this champagne, popping all this rosé, getting money like Jose, chain code Norway, shorty wants that foreplay, I'm like, no way, gotta rock it like Coldplay, killing it, OJ, getting cheese like Green Bay, call me Aaron Rodgers.
Hey boys, what's going on? How you guys all doing?
All right. Dan, get off the phone. You about to?
Yo, you guys there?
You're muffling the phone. Back up a little bit.
Okay. Can you guys hear me better now?
Yes, sir. What's up, brother? What's on the mind?
Yo, not much, man. Just I honestly think this is the best fight of the summer, man. Like this fight, we all went, we all saw it. It was a good time, man. It was a great fight. I agree, man. Like it just we have been spoiled as boxing fans. We've had so many great fights that unfortunately a fight like this just flies under the radar. You know, so I mean, what can you do?
Yo, how do you fly under the radar twice,
you know,
though?
Anybody that
Jose, maybe you're just wrong. Maybe it wasn't a good fight, even though we were all there. Maybe that's what made the atmosphere great for us, that we were amongst people we, you know, love. And it isn't a great fight because how does it fly under the radar not once but twice? I mean, HBO 24/7 is free on YouTube, and this thing is not big.
You know, I don't know, to be honest with you. I have no idea why not. I just think it's an American thing, man. I don't know why Americans don't stand behind Ward more than they are, man. They should. This guy's, you know, American born and bred, and you know, he's a California guy. I just don't know why he doesn't have the fanaticism behind him. He's undefeated. You know, he's a good-looking guy. He's well-spoken. He's
boring.
He's a good family man. Like he ticks all the boxes, man.
Because he's boring, man. That's why.
power. But because
That's
he's
why.
boring,
Come on, you know it. You know Ward's boring.
Well, but then again, I don't know, man. To me, I thought that was more exciting. Like I've said this before on shows like way long ago. To me, it's more exciting when a fighter is able to come back from a knockdown and still win. Like, clear the cobwebs and maybe not have those tools to come back and beat the guy with his own power, but outskill the guy and outwill the guy. And to me, that's the greatest part of boxing, man, is the will, is the mental strength you're willing to put in, right? So, I mean, I don't know. I
But if you
appreciate
have all the mental strength in the world, but you're clinching a lot, the casuals won't like it. You know that. Come on, Jose. Like, casuals don't like Ward because he isn't a casual, friendly fighter. He isn't.
Well, and that's fine. I think at some point as boxing fans, we just got to be able to accept that this isn't one for the masses. But anybody, and I'm shouting out you and Ferngully and all your boys down there in Cali, you guys should drive in a car and go see it. You're going to be able to see a fight of this magnitude probably for like $70, man. Like, are you kidding me? And you could probably sneak up to the front too. Like, this is a steal, man. Anybody that's within driving distance should make it.
Don't tell me you're flying for this one, bro.
Believe, man. I would do it. Like, if I could, I would, man. 100%.
Thank God that you're not, okay?
Garcia, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go see Broner and Garcia. But if I had the dough, man, I would fucking go in a heartbeat because, man, I love this fight. I think it's more intriguing than the first matchup, and I'm excited to see what's gonna happen because I believe that Kovalev probably did overtrain. Because in his previous fights, he never gassed out. So maybe he did overtrain. He exerted himself far too much. And I think now he's going to go in with a different attitude. And I think, I love everything that they're talking about, man. I've seen all the videos that you guys have put up. And you guys have had some really good coverage on this, right? So I'm excited, man. And I hope that Ward can do it, man. I really hope Ward beats him again. And, I guess see Ward versus Adonis, I guess. That would be the next fight. If not, Ward could retire. But, I mean, we can feel bad for Ward because he's not getting the pay-per-views and the ticket sales, but he's still going to make, what did they say, $6 million off this fight, right? So hard to feel bad for him at the same time. But just the way it is, man. Some fighters are underappreciated and others are overhyped, right? So I guess we'll see what happens, man. But, on changing the subjects quickly, I'm really happy for you guys doing this Patreon stuff, man. It's really cool. I appreciate it as a Patreon to see all these other guys that stand behind the show here. And, the chat, for the most part, it's all positive and happy and everyone's cool, man. So I appreciate that a lot, guys. So keep it up and hopefully people continue to join Patreon, man. And we get more and more of these great shows, man. That's all I got, boys. Peace.
All right, Jose, thanks for calling in. As always, who do we got next up? Uh-oh. Got to get to our the IG master. We need to call him from now on. The IG.
You have his intro this time? You're going to remember?
I did it yesterday, and he wasn't even ready. He wasn't even ready yesterday, Matter of fact, should we shoot him now for yesterday? Like, you know what I mean? But let's get to him. Where are we here?
I won't deny you.
Dollar D Beyonce Productions.
Come with me. Hail Mary, run quick, see. What do we have here now?
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Dollar D Beyonce Productions.
What's up, guys?
What up? What up?
I'm here. What up, man? Yeah, I take that shot.
Alex, I know you're new to Skype and stuff, so turn down the volume just a bit, and next time plug in some headphones. But what's good?
All right. How's that? Is that better?
Yes.
It is.
All right. Yeah, man. I'm excited, man. The 24/7, I love them. They give me every time, man. Every time they made me pay for the pay-per-view, and I'm excited because it's real beef. I mean, there's nothing like a fight to make it a real fight with, real beef with the animosity, because when they're all loving each other and respecting each other before the fight, it kind of uh, brings it down a little bit. So for them to be pissed off at each other, man, it making me more excited and hyped up for it. So that's good for me for that. And the whole this whole why Ward is hated so much, I have no idea. I mean, everybody that seems to meet him says he's a great guy. He is on the borderline of being boring, like Laura or Rigo in the ring, and maybe that's what it is with that. But his resume and he speaks for itself. So that's what I have to say about the Ward Kovalev. And the exchanges of insults, man, they're going at it, and I hope that carries into the ring. And you guys want to talk about the young Ali or what?
Yo, don't make Matt jealous. Ain't nobody ever calling him no fucking Roman.
You started that, Ness. You started that. You can't say like, no one called in and called you that until you called yourself that.
Okay, go. You go first.
What, you want me to talk?
I mean, whatever. Because I don't want to talk over whatever point you're trying to make.
I'm saying that you started the whole Young Ali thing. You can't say like, oh, people start calling me that because you started that yourself.
But Matt,
people are gonna catch on.
Come on. You're the smart one on the panel, all right? And what this means is no one would repeat Young Ali if they didn't see the skill. If I looked like Enrique or Jose from Canada, no one would say, do you want to talk about Young Ali? Instead, he would be like, yo, Ness, stop disrespecting Ali's name. But Matt, it's all right. You're on Team USA, so you're going to have a good time anyway, because I'm going to assure that we win and you get to eat steak dinner on Jose and his people. Because I'm pretty sure after I knock Zach back to Toronto, the rest of them guys going to be like, you know what? Let's just forfeit.
That's all you're knocking him back to is Toronto? I have to knock my guy back to the Philippines. Come on, man. Step up your game.
I hear you, bro. Listen. Anyway, we listen, guys. You all know because Matt, he's seen the skills. He's seen the coaching ability. I'm the true Virgil Hunter.
You're a much better coach than you are a boxer, I think.
Oh, that is a lie. You don't want to dissect the tape with me, bro, because I was hey.
You're good. You're
Alex,
good.
I was even
doing an awesome job.
My arm right at the right time when I was getting out. Come on, y'all. You know what? I'm not gonna
like a better. Oh, time out. I didn't mean that as an insult. I meant that as a compliment because you sounded more like a coach. Hold on. You sounded like a better coach than the coaches in that gym with pro fighters.
Yo, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that was a compliment. Relax.
Young Ali is taken down. Yo, if you want to see my opponent, go to the Boxing Voice /Border Wars, I believe it's called. He's got a nice little suit on. He's looking fly. I guess they're gonna dub that suit as his fucking funeral suit. He's gonna use that suit. It's gonna double as his checkout suit. It's ThaBoxingvoice.com /Border Wars. You know, I wish that actually I don't wish because we all know he wouldn't have, but sometimes I wish that the other one was around so I could have used them as a punching bag. Either or, you know. But Alex, what's up, brother?
Hey Ness, yeah, I said the Young Ali because I saw that stiff left jab you kept on throwing. But did you take your foot off the gas? Because in the early round,
hell no, I ain't take my.
He overtrained.
I ain't take my foot off the gas. I just simply gas like Kovalev. I run 20. I run 20 miles, so I gas. Yeah, no, listen, bro. Check it out though. See, I'm boxing in there the same way that I'm commentating. So I did slow down on the activity, but I still won every round. Even the rounds that he landed the right hand on me. Because I think he landed like 2 right hands the entire 3 rounds. That still ain't enough to win the fight. Like that one right hand wasn't enough for all the shit that I've done throughout those rounds. So like, yo, you're gonna get hit in the fight. But that was only my second time. Like I don't take the one with Porter for real. Because soon as I hit Porter with the lead right, he got mad, took me out. So you know that ain't fair.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that right, but that's because you had. I mean, I saw you had your left hand down the whole time, so I thought you was confident in there. That's
Well,
why you're like, okay,
I had the hand down because I was trying to bait him in it. As you can see, I caught that dumb dude with three counter uppercuts. So I was baiting him in because you see, he's so scary. He is tall and big as me, but he fucking fencing with his jab and leaning his head to the right. He's trying his best to stay away. Matt, you can say what you want, but anybody can see my sparring and see that I'm the dominant one. I'm the aggressor. I'm coming forward. Yo, in control, baby. I'm looking like young Terrence Crawford in there with the little dreads and shit. Gabriel Flores Jr., Alex, that's me right now.
You know what's sad is that this is Ness before the fight. Imagine his ego after he knocks out Zach.
Exactly. This is exactly why I never wanted to be a part of this, because the best shit talker is me. I'm telling you, like I told Jose already, the best thing they could have done is make it a tournament, let me beat them all the fuck up. Just saying.
Yeah, you look good in there, man. That's real. Hey, I just want to say that I'm glad, and I'm happy for what we're doing with the Patreon, man. There's no more free rides, man. Everybody's enjoying everything, but they don't want to pay for gas, man. They don't want to jump in.
10 seconds.
So, great show, man. Talk to you guys later.
All right, Alex, thanks for calling in as always. Let's get out to some more alumni here.
Mr. Info Joe.
Tell the truth, yo. Tell the truth.
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Info Joe.
presented by my brother.
Tell the truth, yo. Tell the truth.
Hey, what's up, my brothers? My boxing brothers. Hey, yeah, first of all, let me start off on the Dominican Nightmare. Hey, that's good shit, man. Hey, only thing I would have to say is use that stab jab more and keep that left hand up, and you got this. I'm loving what you're doing, and you're getting some good work in that gym, bro. Keep up the good work.
Yo, Joe, you see my smile?
And you know what? Yeah, no, I don't. Hey, man.
Yo, let me just tell y'all. Let me just tell y'all, tomorrow, Marcus Brown is going to be there. And you know a light heavyweight does not weigh 175 in preparation. I'm not saying I want to get in there. I'm not saying that. But there's a possibility one of us will.
Please, young Ali, please.
No. Look, I'm not trying to get in there. I'm not trying to get in there.
You're the best. We can't send Enrique in there with Marcus Brown.
No, we'll send Alex first. Yo, we got to send the foot soldier out there.
Most definitely. Don't do it, Ness. Don't do it, man.
Hell no, I'm staying away from that.
Yo,
I'm hoping he might just be like, oh, he knows me. He knows how edgy I am. He might just be like, oh, Ness, you sparring here? Get your ass in there. I'm like, no. But nah, if he let me record it, I'm definitely going in there. If he let me record it, I'm going in. I'm telling you right now. He let me record, I'm going in.
Hey, if he's in there trying to help you work on some things, you know what I'm saying? There's two types of sparring. You can go in there and just be fighting. And,
Joe.
Don't give a fuck. Or he can be in there working with you on some things that he say, okay, Ness, you can do this, try this, as y'all going along. That'd be good.
Joe, listen.
Man, for real talk.
Listen, the word on the street is he's coming back Wednesday because that dude that I put up on Patreon that I said his name is like Hakeem. It's like a Muslim name, and I was like, yo, this kid has got the skills.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I seen that.
He put it on Marcus, and someone recorded it. So the dude that recorded had to spar Marcus, so Marcus put it on that dude. But on his way out, he was like, hey, Hawk, next Wednesday, I'm fucking you up. So that's mañana. So we'll see. Shout out to Oscar Martinez. Oscar Martinez, I know it's all love. You see, Matt, this is not a message of like putting me down. He's like, Ness, just skip that one with Marcus. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ready for that. But Joe, go ahead.
Hey, you know what, man? I have a question for y'all. I know some boxers just have that it factor. I don't know what it is with Ward. I still can't. It shit boggles my mind how Broner and some of the other fighters are known more than him. And how come I predict this fight will be the fight of the year. out of the best boxing year that we have, my opinion, because both of those dudes, they hate each other. It's personal. Kovalev is going to go in there and going to try to knock Ward's head off, and Ward going to have to be on his best A game, the Cali King that he is, and he going to have to really show up. And they both going in there trying to prove a point. So this fight is the most meaningful of this year for the belts, and I predict it's going to be an action pack. I don't think it's going to be a boring fight, Matt. And but I have a question for y'all. Is it the hardcore boxing fans' fault that they don't know a guy like Ward more than they know a guy like Broner? Because we really dictate to the casual fans.
No. Don't take the blame.
Just they don't have.
Don't take the blame. Don't take the blame.
Okay.
Don't take the blame for Ward. No. The reason that people know Broner is because he makes himself known to people.
Broner's hanging out with Nicki Minaj. Like, come on. Like, Andre Ward doesn't do shit like that. Andre Ward doesn't put himself out there with super mega stars of the world like Broner does.
Yeah, because
has there ever been a humble guy like that has been a star in boxing?
Sugar Ray Leonard.
Anybody?
Sugar Ray Leonard.
I don't know. Sugar Ray was more of a pretty boy. Get out of here. He wasn't like this.
He was humble. What are you talking about? He was humble.
He had more personality.
Yeah,
he
man,
was out there.
And he was a little
he was
flashy.
At the parties and all that shit back then. No,
kind of like a boring guy. That's to use like the rough word.
Well, every time, 24/7s on Ward have always been in his house. B, he don't do nothing. It's like come to the gym, come to the house. That's why he's boring, bro. Not that he is boring, but that's why they're giving you house scenes, and that's cool. You're a dad. You want to be a dad, and you like being a dad, but dog, you're an entertainer. So entertain.
But then you have like stories of like tons of athletes that say like, I'm not a role model. I'm not an entertainer. Like this is my job. This is my
that's their narrative. That's they're the bad boy, Dennis Rodman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not
saying Dennis Rodman. I'm saying more like a Tim Duncan. Like a Tim Duncan has always said, like I'm not an entertainer. Like this is just my job.
You can't compare Duncan to Ward because Duncan
you definitely can. You can definitely compare Duncan to
Ward. I'm gonna tell you why because Tim
that's the perfect comparison.
I'm gonna tell you why it's not because Tim Duncan, as calm and chill as he is, he's still Duncan. He was still one of the best at his job.
But he wasn't flashy.
And when David Robinson was with him, it was a Twin Towers. You kidding me?
Flashy. Come on, Tim Duncan was not flashy.
Gotta be flashy, baby. When you winning games,
flashy. That's why there's a comparison.
No. Listen, when you winning games,
okay,
and they made
you want
them.
to say that then, Ness?
And who was the biggest star of the Tim Duncan era?
David Robinson.
No, get the fuck out of here. Come on, it's Kobe Bryant, dude. Come on. And then even guys like Tracy McGrady were bigger in his
prime. I hear you. I thought you was talking within his team, not fucking.
No, not his team. Not his team. NBA. Entire NBA.
Nah, man, I don't fucking watch that sport to know that shit.
Peep this though. Kobe was he wasn't outside of the basketball court, man. He didn't hang out with none of the other players. He was
and for Joe,
Kobe had scandal, baby. Kobe had scandal.
And he was a rapper for a time. Let's not forget that. Kobe tried rapping.
Yeah.
And he was hanging out with rappers and going out, and he had scandal in his life left and right.
After the whole rape scandal that
boy couldn't keep his dick in his pants. He was always in the news. What is Info Joe talking about? This is Info.
Come on, Joe.
That's right.
You know this.
Hey, but
Joe,
good Patreon.
Joe, how you not gonna come out to this Florida/bachelor party? Come on, man. You gonna send your guy in the war alone? You need to come hang. Even Eric Cruz going out there.
Oh yeah,
yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm thinking about opening up a raffle, man. I want one of you guys to try and win, man. I can't believe more people don't want to show up.
Yeah.
I know Cut West don't want to go. He ducking Alex. I'm just saying, I forgot to say that. We were supposed to talk about Cut West the other day. He ducking Alex. He called me talking about, set me up with the fight in Florida with Alex Lemonade. I'm like, who? Alex Lemonade. So he was taking shots and everything. Now his fight time, like, nah. Changed his mind real quick. He saw Alex get in there with Paul Woolak. He was like, no way. Info Joe, let me get to some other callers. We're going to go out to Chicago. Tone, what it do?
Hey, what up, fellas? I appreciate the show here. I know this is something new on Patreon and stuff, and definitely feels like I'm getting my money's worth here by being this exclusive group here. So thanks a lot for that, man. Also,
thank you for being a part of it.
Absolutely, man. Getting the award in Kovalev. It seems like every interview that I've seen, both guys do. I just see a lot more hatred coming from Kovalev towards Ward, towards that decision from the last fight. A lot more emotion, basically, from Kovalev. It's like a stone cold emotion, and that doesn't win you the fight. But at the end of the day, I just feel like, he might take this one. He might take this fight, and then we're gonna have a trilogy in our hands, and it's gonna be a good one. But at the end of the day, what I want to see is a good fight, good competitive fight between both guys, and I think we're going to get that. So I'm excited about this fight. I'm excited about it, and I completely agree with you, Ness, when it comes to the lack of fans and the lack of popularity for Andre Ward. I mean, that's kind of his own thing. That's just kind of the guy he is, and you can't change the guy or knock the guy if he's not out there brash and bold like an Adrian Broner. But that's just personalities, and he's not a pretender, man. He just is who he is. And he's going to get fans, but it's going to be fans that are hardcore boxing fans like us, But, I'm hoping this fight does a little better than the last one did, than the last pay-per-view did. Hopefully people get on board and buy the fight. But other than that, appreciate the Patrons again. And I saw the videos. You look good in the ring, Ness. Just keep that left hand up. Keep that left hand up. You don't want to get caught with a big overhand right. Alex Lainez looked good too against Paul Wolak, and Wolak's tough in there, man, for sparring without the headgear, against a young, hungry lion like Lainez, man. So good stuff all around, guys. I appreciate the show.
All right, yo, and I got some exclusive coming out to you guys pretty soon. It's really, really, truly only going to be Patreon only because the UFC fighter contacted me. He's like, I got to fight. Don't put up my spawn. I'm like, yeah, I got you. Lies. I had my fingers crossed the whole time. But his name is Shane the Hurricane Burgos. He's been on the last 2 UFC cards. Not that I would know this stuff. I had to.
Not the last UFC
or his last 2 fights have been on UFC cards, and he's undefeated, and that's cool. And there's a few of them, bro. Those Tiger Schulman guys. I can tell you this: they're tough as fuck. Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
They're sparring without any waist protectors, and they throw a lot of punches. And they're really conditioned because again, that kid Hakeem, if you haven't seen his sparring, go check it out. He's beating the brakes out of one to the body, and it makes Hawk look like he has no power. Because with all the body shots, he did nothing. All right, so let me see here. We want to do some shout outs. Dwayne B. Use your jab more. Dwayne, I'm going to try and use the jab more, but listen, it's going to take 6 weeks of conditioning to getting fight in shape. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to be in look good and close shape. Now I gotta be in throw punches shape. So, it's going to be different, but I seen Matt taking shots at me in the chat talking about see me playing golf because I'm bougie. Let me just tell you guys one thing. It's all my dad's fault, all right? Me and my brother built a ring in my backyard. You know what I mean? I was literally beating up the neighborhood kids way back in the day, okay? Joshua can't even fucking dunk, okay? I could be seen live on my Twitter feed dunking on youngins in the park last year. So, and I was like 270 something back then. Imagine now at this fucking shape. Let Matt use all the sound bites that he wants.
Butthead soundbite.
All I'm saying is I'm bringing Jose on. Jose, press 1 if you're available because we have to set the record straight. We need a fucking betting line right now. I want my Patreons to make money back. You've been supporting us with Patreon, so we're going to open up a betting line so that you can make your money back. Why not bet what you've been pledging already and see, where you make your money at, right? I mean, look. There we go.
Are you not entertained?
What's the line? What's the line, Jose? We need to open up a line right now because Matt is talking cash shit. I want to see who's going to bet on Matt and how much of an underdog or a favorite he's going to be. And I want to say, FYI, my boy Jose
I gotta
submitted
keep it real,
sparring
man.
today.
Yeah, I gotta keep it real because these are my boys here. This is my country, but you guys are also my friends and my brothers in boxing. So I'm gonna be honest about what I believe the odds to be. Warren has got the skills, but man, we were working on the meanness. Matt's a little meaner than he is, so I don't think the odds are as great as you guys might think it is. Zach, he's truly a 12-1 underdog, man. There's no way to avoid that, man. I think Enrique and me, I think we're about even, man. To be honest, And then from there, Eric Cruz, what he's told me, Cruz has told me that he's knocking guys out cold in sparring, man. So I don't know about that, man. And the Russian Conor McGregor is
What?
actually
Where's
gonna go
Eric
double
at?
shift,
Where the fuck?
You gotta call in now, Eric. Come on.
Eric gotta call in right now. He's knocking guys out cold. Yo, you know who's gonna? You know who we're gonna see tomorrow? You guys are gonna
This
get
is
to
no
see.
bullshit.
You're gonna get to see Sean Du tomorrow because he's coming all the way from New York City to get that work. To get that work, huh? Yo, that gym is gonna be litty tomorrow.
Sean Du's fighting the Canadian Mayweather, man. So Sean Du, again, I don't know Sean Du's background. All I know is Sean Du's a great guy, and you know what? He's obviously fit. Like his job itself demands physical fitness.
Yo,
every
just
single day,
factor
right?
this
So,
in.
I mean,
Canadian.
Sean Du's definitely got.
Factor this in. Sean Du's from the East Coast, man. You guys second guess me and look at what the old man showed you. Imagine what a young guy whose daily job is to be a New York City messenger. Imagine the reflexes on him. Have you watched some of the movies they make on fucking New York City messengers? Imagine the reflexes. Imagine a six-pack. Imagine the stamina. Imagine the amount of miles he has to fucking drive daily to deliver shit in Manhattan. You guys have fucked up. I'm just saying.
Well, I would again. I would have to label it fair, and I'd say Sean Du is probably a 3-1 dog. Keeping it real, keeping it real.
Matt, that's how you promote, Matt.
More,
you see that? You see that, Matt? That's how you promote. That's how you promote. I'm gonna tell you something. The line is gonna fucking switch. The line is gonna switch once I get Matt over here and I put him under this SDLR, and he's in fucking Jersey, boys, and you see him spawn the guys like Danny Boy. And you see him spawn a few other 120, 240 pounders. You'll see. Once he gets his head ping-ponged around over here, you guys ain't gonna be shit.
Hey, you know what? All the respect I had for Enrique sparring with that big guy was all lost when I saw that he showed up to the gym with fucking bike gloves, man. What the fuck, man?
Nah. Those are Everlast, bro. Those are Everlast, the gel ones. But you're right. Those are some aerobic type of hand wraps that you use in the fucking LA fitnesses of the world.
Yes. Some bougie shit.
Bad and bougie.
Let's make the line out there. But
But what was my odds? I forgot. What was my odds?
I would say that's probably
Yo, talking to the mic, Canadian Jose. You're messing things up.
B-side bitch, come on.
I'm saying Matt's at least not at least. I'd say Matt's probably a 2.5-1 underdog.
Nah, listen, we got 2.5
underdog.
2.5. Damn.
Underdog. What the fuck you talking about, boy? Come on.
I mean, I think we gotta open it up at even until you submit some official sparring. Like you guys are submitting sparring from like 20 feet away from the ring on an angle. Like that's bullshit.
And on an Android too. Come on.
I'm in there with a fucking gyro getting you seeing a sweat. When I hit Bill with that right fucking hand and that uppercut, you seen a sweat fly into the camera. Like you got to step your game up, man. Sending me 720 garbage. Patreons deserve 1080p.
We will. But I did send you guys. Okay, that's fair. We're gonna step up the quality, but at least give them something so they can get an idea, right? So
did you send me something today?
I was chucking gloves there with the brother-in-law, man.
Did you send me something today?
Yeah, I sent it to you today. Like you'll see, man.
Via WeTransfer?
Yeah, I sent it to you today. You can see it.
Is it
via WeTransfer?
All right, cool.
So you can.
Well, Jose, let me get to one other caller here. We're gonna wrap this one up. But give me how should we do this? Maybe we should do a poll. We got 2 polls to do, hippity hipster. Maybe we should do a poll on what the line should be.
Yeah, I like that.
But I think
we should keep it a Patreon only line too, because everyone on Patreon is trustworthy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, look at how clean the chat is without it being a freaking free for all over there. But I think that it's fair to say that Matt is even, right? Based on we at least seen him fight and know that he has heart. We don't know anything about Warren, except that he's choreographed.
And he plays touch butt with you.
You know, he says whatever you tell him to say.
One last thing I wanted to mention. If guys want to go right now to the Boxing Voice /Border Wars and click play, they're going to be able to see a nice little treat. They're going to be able to see the Canadian team just working out right now.
Yo,
so
but wait a minute. Let me ask you a question about that.
A little teaser we put out there.
Let me ask you a question about that. I went to the page, and at the bottom, are you still doing the raffle? Are you still trying to let people come? I mean,
yeah, we're still doing the raffle.
Because I see the whole.
We're taking donations. I know.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
We did refund the people that we did refund certain. We refunded people, but Eric Cruz and Santiago rebought again once we talked about Border Wars, and then the other three are just the other people here. And we're gonna start fundraising more. So what I want to do is, we got to find a way so that when people contribute, like we should probably do one American and one Canadian, right? So I mean. Whatever funds get collected by the Americans go towards you guys. And, if you guys get, I don't know, anything over probably 15 or 20 people that buy in, then we can accommodate a flight and stay, right, for them to come and watch. It will be barely making a couple of $100 for each of them. But I mean, at least it gives us the opportunity to bring people in and also to help offset a couple of costs, right?
But you have to meet the quota.
It ain't cheap.
Do you have to meet the quota? Because that's something that I guess is important.
Yeah, I'm thinking if we can do like 25, so like just to do simple math here, like 25 times $50 is what? That's like what's that, Matt? Like 1,250, I believe, right?
I was a history major.
Matty, you there?
I was a history major.
Yo, look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Calculator,
Yo,
look
at these guys. Look at these guys.
Yo, somebody plug that in.
All these bitch ass B-sides over here.
Oh, somebody had Yeezys on. At least that's a good thing.
That's some bougie shit.
Yo, Jose's face still fat. Oh my God. Is that? Oh my God. Look at his jab. He's going to die. He's going to die. Hilarious. We need a betting line for real. I want my Patreons to get rich. Hey, my guys, Bruce loves fucking betting. Bruce, put the fucking house on me, doggy. It doesn't matter if I'm a 12-1, Bruce. You know what's going down. You know what's going. Look at Jose. He's so
Yo,
they stole that wild card boxing. This is lies. Oh, who's this Fern Gully lookalike?
That's Warren.
Ooh, he looked tall right there.
Okay.
Yo, why is this other guy looking like
Warren,
yo, who's the guy that looks like the Tin Man pushing Warren right now? with all the protectors on, he looks like the Tin Man on the yellow brick fucking road. Oh, you guys look like the Bad News Bears, except in this one, there ain't no happy ending, doggy.
Yo, so back to the math. So it's $1,250. So if we can do that, $1,250, you factor in the trip's going to be about, probably about $400 and stay another, $300. So it's about $700 that it's going to cost to bring the person down when they win. So that means it'll give each team roughly about $400 to $500 of an allowance towards their expenses, right? So we're not making a fortune by any means, right? So if we could get 50 ballots, man, that'd be fucking sweet, because then we'd have two people that can fly down. One person could stay with Team Canada. They don't have to be Canadian, of course. It could be American. We'd gladly have somebody stay with us. As Ness knows, we're staying in a nice little hotel right on the water, so they can join.
Do you know
Canada.
that the penthouse is gone now? We can't even stay there. We can't even stay there unless we fucking share a king size bedroom, and it comes with the living room, dining room, kitchenette, and all. But yeah, the fucking suite is gone. Garbage.
Airbnb is better anyways. Come on.
We got
The only reason we were looking into the hotel is because Team Canada is there.
Well, I don't know. I don't know now, Matt. I mean, I guess maybe we need to recheck the Airbnb, but it was more expensive than the hotel. The hotel was actually cheaper because remember, it's like that.
But it was marginal. It was marginal. It wasn't like it was a lot.
I think it was like 900 cheaper. B.
What? No, it wasn't.
For those amount of days, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
No, Airbnb was like $210 a night. The room was like $190. It was like a $20 difference.
Well, no, there's two different rooms, but anyway, we'll do that off air. Jose, let me let you go and get to Ivan. What's up, my friend?
Hey, what's going on? Just had a quick question about you guys' little match. So y'all are doing a certain amount of rounds, or is it strictly
3 rounds, 3 rounds, 3 minutes?
We haven't decided that.
6 fights. We decided that.
Did we? Did Enrique vote?
The only guy that wanted to do 2 minutes was the Canadian. What do you mean that's not true?
I want to do 2 minutes. I thought that was a smarter idea.
I think Matt belongs on the Canada side of things over here. I want to do 2.
We ain't pros. Like, come on, let's break the fourth wall for a second. We ain't pros.
What? That's why you fucking train.
Hold on, time out. We ain't amateurs. So I mean,
that's why you train with some.
That's true.
This guy's got excuses. Hey, let me bring on Jose. Jose, make sure you well, actually, Warren's gonna have to sign up to Patreon to hear this, but you shouldn't tell him this unless he signs up. But you should make sure that he hears this. This guy's only training for 2 rounds. Fern Gully, Info Joe, what the fuck is going on?
I'm not training for that. Whoa, time out. I always train 3-minute rounds.
Mentally, hey, Ivan, is it me or was he mentally preparing for 2 rounds, 2-minute rounds in his head?
Then why would I train for 3 minutes? Why would I train 3-minute rounds?
If it was 2 rounds, man, that's bang bang. I don't know. Nestor looked kind of sharp.
Not 2 rounds, 3 rounds, 2 minutes.
No experience, Ivan.
Yo, I checked that out, and
but let's.
I'm not on anyone's dick, but I mean, you look kind of smooth if you're going up against whoever else it is. I don't know. I haven't seen them fight, but
Matt,
you open up the betting lines. I'm going with it.
I'm telling you, we're gonna get the patrons rich. Fuck that. We're gonna take all this Canadian money. I think that's what we should do. I think anybody that want to bet on America should back them, right? Or actually, it's the opposite way, right? Like we pay whatever people want to bet on Canada. So if Canada wins, the American pay that. But if the American wins, the Canadians should have to pay whoever bet on us, right? That'll be fair as fuck. Make our patrons rich off poor Jose and his gang of misfits over there. Hilarious, though. Don't worry, Matt. You're going to be good when you come over here for those 2 weeks. We're going to train you every single day. I'm going to be happy, actually. When you get here, I'm going to turn it up more because, my team is like, they're broken apart. Look, today I wanted to go to both gyms. I couldn't find those guys. One woke up at 12, the other like 10:30. You know what I'm saying?
I want to train right now, man.
Oh, they got you motivated, huh?
Yeah, man. But there's no one that can train right now because Fern Goalie's tired. Info Joe is, a little bit older.
Yo, you gotta hit the gym, man. You better take this shit.
Is there any boxing gyms open right now? I'm gonna go check after this.
No, not now. That's what I'm saying. I go in the morning, bro. But Ivan, we phone jack, dude. It's on you.
Oh man, it's all good. I just wanted to throw those couple words in there. Thanks for taking my call, man, and keep doing your thing. I want to see more sparring videos up soon, man.
For sure, bro. I'm sure I'm gonna have some ass whooping shows in there coming up pretty soon because that gym. I mean, look, Jerson Ravilla was in there the day that I sparred, and I mean, eventually they're gonna let me get in there with me with him. I mean, obviously he's not gonna go hard on me. I would hope. But here's the thing. He's from my neighborhood. We actually know each other throughout our entire childhood. So I played ball against this dude all my life. And he was a bit of a bully. He never bullied me. But I remember in the basketball gym, he knocked some dude out cold. The dude hit his head on the basketball floor and everything. But Jerson's old. I've been watching him because I know I'm not afraid. Not that I'm good, but like I'm not afraid. So I've been watching him with that competitive edge. He's a little old, man. He was slow. That other dude, Iron Maj, Alvin. What the fuck is Alvin's last name, bro? Damn, I never took down that sparring tour.
I know who he is though.
Yeah, well, that guy from Catskills, New York and shit, he was giving it to Jerson, bro. Now, obviously, I don't have those skills. That dude has an amazing left hook, especially a lead one. He's on that Mike Tyson trying to left hook, the way that he lunges with it. But yeah, he pushed Jerson, right? Like, so what I noticed was like he's old in the sense that he don't want to go rounds. And he gasses. And even Kendall was saying that. Like, I was there the other day, and Kendall's like, I want to fight, but I don't want to go past 6 rounds. He's like, I want to fight, but I don't want anybody who's gonna hit me back. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck do you want? He's like, I want to check. I'm like, it ain't gonna happen like that. But yeah, man. No, it's not fun getting punched in the face for sure. So
all right.
I'd rather get punched in the face and sparring over here than show up down there and fucking get beat up by some Canadian that looks like that throwing jabs. Damn, did you see that shit? Insane ski.
What, those jabs by the Canadian?
Yeah, we should play that one more time just to like, oh my God, I'm dragging this on. This was supposed to be done a long time ago, but I do want to, I think I should see it off. Now, I'm going to give you guys the volume too. I didn't want to give you the volume because Jose was on. And yeah, it would have probably ruined things, right? Nope, that ain't it. Oh, it's actually over here. All right. So hilarious. Yo, I like it though. Credit to Team Canada. They made their own 24/7. We over here reviewing HBO 24/7. They got their own over here. Oh, look at the music, Matt.
the African drums.
They got the Yeezys. Oh my God, look how. Oh my God, poor Zach. He doesn't even have any movement, bro. He's gonna get creamed.
Yeah, he's almost bound.
Here he comes. Here he comes. Look at him. Look at that jab. Yo, I gotta stop this right here. I just want you to know, Jose, let me bring you back. This show is gonna last forever because it's hilarious. You see, this is why we gotta. It's Jose's fault. We were supposed to keep border wars to border wars. But yo, you know that Robert Ortiz calls me, right? And it took me to be sparring for Robert Ortiz to sign up, the rock star, for Robert Ortiz to sign up to the show. I mean, to Patreon. So he's been dissecting my sparring for like 2 days. Remember, he called me out. Now he went back on his word, guys. He doesn't want to spar anymore. And I fucked up because I'm the one that called him all excited about my sparring. I'm like, yo, and I scared him. I'm like, yo, I'm going to show you something, and I know it's going to scare you, right? And they was like, no, matter of fact, I'm not going to do it because then it won't happen. And he's like, no, you already said it. You got to tell me what's going on. So I'm like, all right, no, I didn't want to show you my sparring yet because then you'll start training for me right now. And I thought it would be smarter not to tell you and then sign the fight and fuck you up and have my experience over you. But I'm so excited. I told him anyway. So he finally signed up. You believe that? The fucking rock star finally signed up to Patreon. He's been reviewing it for 2 days, excuse me. And the first thing he tells me is, yo, your guy's not going to get tired. So, yo, the betting line might go towards Zach in terms of stamina, right? Like they feel that he has stamina. He's like, your guy's in shape. You better be careful. He's not going to get tired.
It's going to end one of two ways, man. I already said this before. It'll either be young Ali with the jab and make some look silly, or you're going to go to sleep, man. It's only one of two ways. I'm telling you, man. Only one of two ways.
Bro, that dude's not going to get past the jab, B. And when he does, you know what's waiting for him. You seen those counters? You fucking.
But if he makes it.
How's he going to make it, bro? He's 5'10", bro. He's 5'10". He's 5'10" with no reach, bro. You see?
Yo, and so was Tyson.
Yo, fams. And he moves nothing like Tyson. You sound crazy.
Yo, but I'm just saying, one of two ways. That's it. If you're going to do the betting line, that's how you'd bet it.
You know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to torture him because of you. I'm going to torture him Kovalev Pascal style because of you.
That's brutal.
He dies.
That was a tearful cry.
How would I do that, Ness? How would I bet you right now? I'll bet you I'll bet you $50 you can't knock him out.
Yo, I don't want to go for a knockout on him, especially not based on a bet, but I'm pretty sure something like that is going to come. I don't see myself dropping him, knocking him out or anything like that. What I do see is like him going to the corner and saying that's it, because he's going to have his head rung. Bro, when he gets countered, it's done dilly, man. Yo, Alex has been in there with multiple people, and when he gets in there with me, he's like, yo, you hitting me hard, and I'm holding back. I haven't hit Big Bill yet because he's fucking scared. Because when he got his hands up and I do hit him on the ropes, he feels the power. But you will see. Listen, that was only my second time. They're gonna put me in there every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I will get better. I'm sure I'm gonna get my ass whooped, but I will get better. And it's just gonna be worse for him. Did you see the way I was cutting the ring off? Yo, that's that Pop Warner football. I still got the juke in me, baby. This Canadian ain't gonna know what hit him. Come on, man. Yo, don't make me go B-hop in here, Matt.
I'm looking for boxing gyms that are open.
Ooh,
one last
call him. He's motivated.
You guys know.
I can't find some boxing gyms when I can go on a 3-mile run.
You gotta go. You gotta go to fucking Oscar Valdez's.
No, I know, but one, they're actually moving gyms, so I don't know where they're at right now.
Cry me a river.
Valdez is still on vacation, I think.
So what? Manny Robles is not. You don't want to fight. All right? Put the betting line, start the betting line 2-1 on Warren, bro. He's jumping on the ring without even touching the fucking apron. Matt's over here smoking. You know, I don't know. He's
Canadians. Come on. Like, he's not sparring anyone.
I don't know. You're right. I can't really open the line because the fucking.
Yo, listen to that.
He's sparring Jose. That doesn't mean shit. That's worse than Santiago.
You might get beat up. No, but no, man. We one thing we have in the gym.
Who's saying in the chat that Matt might get beat? I don't see anyone. I don't see anyone saying that Matt might get beat up in the chat.
Not Matt. You were saying. Look, saying both of you guys are gonna get stunned. Hey, Christian Fernandez just said. I think both will stun each other.
Yo, so put the money. Put the money on the Canadians. That's what I want. I want people to bet against me. Do that. Yo, after I sparred Big Bill, the same sparring y'all seen, I went and ran 3 miles, doggy. I went and ran 3 miles and did 200 sit-ups, excuse me. It's 200 a day for Ness. 200 sit-ups a day. Like my man Gabe Rosado said, I gotta build the armor. I'm telling you, bro. Yo, I live, breathe boxing. There's no way I can lose to this guy.
Eyebrows like them too, man.
The only person getting his eyebrows chipped up is your brother-in-law from the eye swelling. You won't find his eyebrow.
Yo, one thing though, that video was just a teaser. We're actually gonna throw a proper
teaser.
We call it TBV 365. There's gonna be narration. There's gonna be a bunch of cool shit. So that's gonna launch in 2 days. So that video you guys see is just the base of what we're actually launching. And we're going to be doing like fighter introductions and everything on our end, just so you guys know who the guys are. And maybe, you know, just maybe there might be a couple of guys on the TBV world that might want to cheer for our boys. You know, we're hoping so. You guys can at least.
Very quickly, Jose, do you know how I know for a fact every one of you on that team is going to lose?
Everyone.
Do you know how I know?
How?
Because you try to get a. Jose, I'll just tell you because it was a rhetorical question. You don't need to answer it. You're a B-side bitch. Just be quiet. I'm talking.
Yeah, B-side. Let me mute him though. B-sides get muted.
Muted. You tried to get a rematch clause.
Really?
Remember when Canadian Jose tried to get a rematch clause with all of us? He doesn't even. We're the A sides here, right? We didn't ask for a rematch clause because that's how confident we are. But you're the B-side bitch who asked for a rematch clause for every single one of your guys. That's how I know you guys don't believe in yourself. That's how I know for a fact every single one of you is going to lose.
He asked for a rematch for everyone. No, we should have gave him a rematch. The clause was they pay for everything next time. You gotta pay to get your ass whooped. Call me Jack Sparrow of boxing. You know. Let me see here. We got a couple of messages we got to get to before we close out. This is definitely going overtime. Bomani says, I watched the fight 4 times and still scored it for Ward. I will agree, Kovalev, on one point. You have to clearly beat the champ to take the belts. Ward slightly edged him out. Dr. Mofongo, I like the edge on Kovalev. Like Matt said, we've lived and seen way worse in boxing. He's clearly feels he was robbed and isn't hiding his feelings or being PC about it. As he said, his goals is to end Ward's boxing career. Strong words, but it makes me want to watch the rematch even more. To add to Matt's point, coming in from Boami again, to add to Matt's point, I think because mainstream media only covers one or two big names in the sport, there's nothing mainstream that will cover the sport from top to bottom to create more stars. I guess he's talking about the pay-per-view that we were talking about.
Like ESPN will only bring up a few boxers' names. Good point.
I don't know. Jose had enough airtime in his message. I can't make sense of it.
Oh, he wants back on?
No. He had a Patreon message before. He says, still not sure how to join. Follow the link, Mofongo. Follow the link. I put a link in the description. It says YouTube live chat. It says Skype.
Check the email.
Check your email too. It's easier. You just click from the email I sent you on the message. And yes, Ward is boring, he says. Uncle Joe's garage pad. Jose taking shots at you.
You know what's sad is if Jose, when you come to LA, me and you are gonna spar on that pad, and we're gonna see if you go down. I'm just saying.
When is he coming to LA?
I don't know. He always comes to like the SoCal, so I'll see him hopefully soon.
Ivan Diaz on a double check and says he'd love it. TBB. Eric Cruz, Canada going to sleep. Eric, I need you to freaking call in, yo. You say you're knocking guys out in sparring. Damn, I'm fucking nervous, B. Knocking guys out.
I'm nervous.
Yeah, bro. Listen, I'm honest, bro.
Why are you nervous?
I'm nervous every time I get up in that gym, yo. Like tomorrow is really nervous because all I heard Monday was, oh my God, the gym's gonna be so packed. Even Kendall Holt is getting his new winning gear. I'm fucking nervous. I'm trying to get there early. Me and Bill get ours early before that shit get packed. Because you know when they get packed, it's a doghouse and you gotta shine. You gotta shine, and you're gonna get pushed even harder because everybody is oohing and eyeing. You see the way I'm narrating the sparring, so you can imagine how they narrating for me, or at least, you know, you could imagine what they saying, and that shit fucks up your whole way of thinking. But anyway, we've talked enough. Everybody in my pad is asleep now. It's late.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on a run right now.
Uh-oh.
But first, I'm gonna call this boxing gym and see if they're open because they don't have a closing time. So,
yo, why would you just go to a random fucking gym, dog? You gotta go find Manny Robles so that he could teach.
Right now, I'm gonna find him right now.
No, man, tomorrow, obviously. You got his number. You call him. Hey, Manny, what's up? You still at the same gym? Did you make the move? No, listen. I want to get a quick workout in, and then you ask questions, bro. You think I'm not asking questions? I made a playlist, guys. I know everybody doesn't follow us like, you know, like if you're part of me. So I will tell you a little part of me. I made a list called, I think it's like Learn How to Box or some shit like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go around. Anytime I go around to these fighters, I'm gonna get their trainers to teach us all how to do these things in their own way. So like maybe if Marcus Brown is there tomorrow and he's not mad, I could say, hey, Marcus, show us how to teach a southpaw straight left or a southpaw right hook, you know, and so on and so forth. The trainers as well, get some of their takes. So we're going to be creating an entire playlist for all that, even as simple as jump rope, you know. I might even get people to teach us how to do some jump rope, maybe some basic steps on how to learn for beginners, just everything. That being said, if this were not Patreon, I would say I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, but you do know that, and you should already be following me at NestGTO on all social media.
Well, you probably know my name, Matt Hipster Hunter, but you probably aren't following me on Instagram for sure. You're probably following me on Twitter.
Yeah, man, we got to get his Instagram followers up, guys.
Because you know what? I post some good shit on Instagram.
Well, he doesn't. He posts a lot of MMA, so stay away. If that's what's keeping you away, I understand.
Come on. Got to help sell me too here, Ness.
I mean,
follow me, Matt Hunter TBV on Instagram. Mixed Combat Radio is my MMA podcast. You can follow that on Patreon, SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, etc. Peace. We out of here. See you mañana.
Mañana. Alex Lemon.
Oh, I gotta say this. Front goalie in the chat. Add Matt on Tinder. Hell yeah, do that shit.
Oh, Matt needs a girl. It's a wrap. He's gonna be out here for 2 weeks on the East Coast. He's probably gonna never come back.